that in the live chat that Bobby's trying to get everybody going. Rob there, Bobby66, is saying, "Come on, everybody, can I have your score predictions?" He's taking up the slack while I'm not here. Anyway, I'm here now. That's either good or bad news, whichever way you look at it. Thank you very much, Rob, for G'ing everyone up and getting everybody involved. We will indeed have your predictions a little bit later on. What have we got in store for you for the next 20 minutes? Well, I'm sure I will completely muck up a bet, which is, but you know what? As I say, one day we'll win somebody some money. I'm actually delighted to see that the live chat is working, and absolutely delighted to see so many people in it. And welcome one and all for, well, with the build up to what is going to be, I think, quite a tough game against Senegal, who are, well, the African champions. Very, very good team indeed. And I've watched some football today. I have watched France against Poland. Did you watch it? They were quite good, the French, weren't they? Well, but Mbappe was good. They were all good, but Mbappe was particularly good, and Giroud wasn't bad either. The winner of this game goes through to the quarterfinals to play that very, very dangerous French team. And well, current world champions, of course, they do look really good. They've got a formidable squad. It certainly has to be said. I don't know why Walshy is talking about Wickham v Portsmouth, but we will not be covering that today, I'm afraid to say. We will be covering England against Senegal. So, without further ado, or adieu, as the French say, that does not the same meaning, obviously. Let's get the teams. Let's have a little look at the teams. I've had a little sneaky look. I do like to do the teams au naturel, but just in the process of setting up for this stream, I glimpsed it and I saw Henderson was playing. What? Anyway, here's the England team. Pickford in goal. Walker, definitely Walker at right back, by the way. If England are to get through and we were to play France, then you would have to pick Kyle Walker ahead of Trippier because, well, he's Mbappe's like lightning, and possibly the one player we've got who might be able to keep up with him is Kyle Walker. Unchanged at centre half, John Stones and Harry Maguire seems to be Gareth Southgate's chosen centre back partnership. Shaw is playing at left back. This is where it gets juicy or flat, depending on your own opinion. Jordan Henderson plays in the midfield alongside Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham. Southgate's going to have his reasons. He's clearly going with that safety first approach on this. I just felt that there's room for a more creative player in there, isn't there? That, you know, you'd like to think. Anyway, whatever. We'll deal with that in a minute. A front three of Saka, Kane, and Foden. He likes to swap it around. He really does, Southgate. He likes to keep people guessing. I would have started, if you were around for our little build-up show, and I sat down with Gatesy and had a chat, I would have started with Saka and I would have started with Foden, but I would have played Foden instead of Henderson. I would have put Rashford in as well. But Rashford looks pretty damn good coming off the bench as a sub, as does Grealish, I guess. So, look, if we get through, that's great. That's really what it's all about. These are no mugs. When I say these, I'm talking about Senegal. So have a look at them, their team. It's good players in there. Mendy is in goal. Sabali, Koulibaly, Diallo, and Jacobs make up the back four. Sis and Mendy. It's got them down here as two defensive midfielders because it's also got a sort of like on this formation. It's got and Diaye as an attacking midfielder. Diatta on the right, Sarr on the left. Not sure that. How do they know? Do they actually say that? Do they actually say this before when they hand in the team sheet? You wouldn't give away that much information, really, would you? I'd be surprised if it is all exactly like that. And of course, Dia up front, who's going to be a right handful. I will take you through the substitutes bench now for England. Well, it's basically everybody. It's everybody that's not in the team. Grealish, Rashford, Trippier, Pope, Phillips, Dyer, Cody, Alexander-Arnold, Mount, Ramsdale, Wilson, Maddison, Gallagher, and that's basically it. White has gone home for personal reasons, so that's why he's not there on the list. Senegal's substitutes are Dieng, Mendy, Cisse, Jackson, Die, Toure, Sarr, Dedu, Dieng again, different one. Gomez, name, Loom, and Gay. There we go. There we go. And that, boys and girls, endeth the team. So I think I know what you probably all think about. Sorry, he's made me laugh. Look, I'll tell you what, Rob, I'm always scheduled to come on at 6:30. I was here bang on the dot, mate. It's you lot that are early. I was bang on time for once. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, so I think it makes it a little bit more difficult if you've just seen France play. If you haven't seen France play, you're probably feeling a little bit better about it than the rest of us do at the moment because they looked scintillating. And this is no easy game at all, by the way. This is no easy game at all. It has to be said. Let me just move that camera just slightly so I can see all your lovely comments there. It's going to be a stern test. I think that's why Southgate's gone a little bit defensive. Let's be perfectly honest. That is always his go-to, isn't it? That's what he does. Southgate just can't help himself. He just goes a little bit defensive, a little bit. I didn't tell you. Hold on, I didn't tell you 550 for, did I? Did I say that? I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that. We do half-hour build-up before these international games. Reason being, you can't talk for an hour and 5 minutes before this load of old rubbish. Excuse me. Oh, the broadcast was scheduled for. Sorry, honestly, I do apologise. It wasn't me that set up. No, I was always going on at our past for reasons I said. So I do humbly apologise if you've all been waiting. It's half hour. It's half hour before these. So yeah, apologies. Yeah, apologies for that. I do apologise because it's sort of wasted 25 minutes, well, 35 minutes of your time. So I am very, very sorry for that. Yes, France do have one of my favourite players, Dembele, who's not even. I'm not even sure that is my favourite Dembele. There are many, many Dembeles. Reminds me of a comment about Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was asked when he was at Barcelona. He's playing under Rijkaard, and he was asked, "Is he the best player at Barcelona?" No, sorry, is he the best player in the world? They said, "Ronaldinho, are you the best player in the world?" And he said, "No, I'm not even the best player at Barcelona." So he meant Messi. Nobody knew at the time. Messi was coming through. Nobody knew at the time. But I'm not even sure that Dembele is the best Dembele. No, I don't. I wasn't asleep. I was never coming on I was never going to do an hour and 5 minute build up. I'll tell you now, before an England game. Never, never, never. Always hard. I say always. It's not like we do this all the time. But if you go back, every single one, half an hour. If England got to the World Cup final, I'm not even sure I'd be sat here doing this, to be perfectly honest with you. I think having waited all my life, I'd be at the boozer. Let's be perfectly honest. And so should everybody else, quite frankly. But I'm very glad you've all had a lovely chat. Anyway, right. Should we have a bet? Who fancies completely mucking up a bet? Let's do that. So what we need is a scoreline. Then we're going to need goal scorers. Then we're going to need a cards. And I think hopefully that should. What I'll try and do. This is what I keep doing. I keep getting this wrong. I keep on. So I try and get the goal scorers. And when I meant to add the card, I keep on adding the card as a goal scorer, which no wonder the odds are so bloody good. Anyway, not necessarily. Do you know what? I'm already going to take this, right? I'm going to take that because it's just the first one I've seen. I will take that. I will take Maguire to score. Apparently, they're not very good at set pieces, Senegal. So I've heard. So what we'll do is we'll definitely have Maguire to score. But before we do that, let's have a scoreline. And it needs to be, this is the thing, right? It needs to be juicy enough for it to yield money. I don't want to give someone 50 quid. I want to give someone 500 quid, right? And that's the point there. Okay, 2 of you have said 3-0. 2 of you have said 3-0. All right. Majors said 3-0. And Andreas has said 3-0. So we will be going with 3-0 for this. Okay. Right. Bear with me on this one. Let me just get that score. I've already got the stuff up. So 3-0 to England. I just want to say at this point, every time I've put that in, let me get back to the chat. Every time I've done this, particularly for the England games, we often get it on the West Ham games. So every so often, someone will say, you've been disrespectful. So what we always do on the West Ham games, West Ham bet, we always bet on West Ham to win. All right, but we're a West Ham channel, right? And it's usually someone from another team will say you've been disrespectful. So anyway, we started doing this England one. And obviously, I'm English, right? Gio's not. I'm English. If I'm going to do the bet, I'm going to bet on England to win. But someone takes offence every time. And honestly, it does me head in. All right. It really does me head in. It's not, someone says you've been offensive and you've been disrespectful for another country. I'm really not. If the worst thing you've ever heard said about a certain country is, I think we'll beat them in this particular game of sport, you've had a pretty sheltered life. You've done okay. All right. It is not offensive. It is not insulting. It is not disrespectful. All right. It's just the way it is. So, and I'm not talking. I can see lots of lovely people in the chat. If you're going to find offence, bugger off. Watch something else. Do something else entirely. I'm going to predict. Well, we already have. England are going to win 3-0. I've already done that. We're going to predict England goal scorers. I'm not insulting Senegal. I think they look an excellent team. African champions. I actually think there's every chance that Southgate can lose this game. However, it's a bet and it's a bit of fun. So if you're going to take it personally, probably best to go do something else. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. And this is true. What's that? It's like a bit of random fluff flying around. Never bet against your team. Okay, right. So I've got 3-0 on there. I've got 3-0. I am going to go, right, so player to score. Oh, yes, we've already got a Harold. I wonder if his full name is Harry or Harold. Okay, that's a Harry Maguire. I've got to make this. Sorry, I have to look behind the camera for this. It ain't easy. Right, Harry Maguire to score any time. Let's get back to the stream. I'm going to wait until I see. Absolutely, Charlie. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Taz. Thank you very much. Saka, Kane. Is Kane going to score? Do you know what? So we've done 3-0. I think if we try and do all 3 goal scorers, I'm going to Saka. I will take Saka. I'll do Saka. I'll put that in there. Where is he? Someone's stolen him. Oh, there he is. Oh, these are crappy odds, boys and girls. I've got to say, these are crappy odds. So we've got full-time scoring. I think we are going to need that 3rd goal scorer. I didn't particularly want to do it. Kane, everyone's saying Kane. Kane, it's going to have to be Kane. I think the odds are going to be crap. Do you know what? The odds are crap. I'm sorry to say that. Right. Do we know if Senegal have got somebody that does a lot of fouls? Because that would be nice. I think we might have to do a red card to juice it up. Look, these are the type of bets you get at the moment. At the moment, let's be honest, someone's getting 250 quid, which ain't an awful lot, is it? Let's be honest with you. So I want somebody to so it needs to be somebody that starts as well, by the way. No, Rice ain't going to get a red card then. We can't have Rice getting a red card. Someone from the Senegal team. That's it. And they're not offering it, Major. You know, they're not offering that, I'm afraid to say. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah. Yes. That's the type of that's the type of stuff I want to see. Play a card. It's Mendy, isn't it? It's Mendy just sent off. I think that's his name, Mendy. Let's have a look. Where is he? No, I've got to pick the right Mendy. Is it Edouard Mendy? It is Edouard Mendy, isn't it? Edouard Mendy. That's better. I just need to go and double check. It is Edouard Mendy. They're a bit like Dembele's, these Mendys. You've got a lot of Mendys. Okay. Okay, right. So here's the bet. I'm going to add that to bet slip. Okay. Oh, winning boost by 25%. I bloody will. Thank you very much. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Place bet. Done. Right, you're going to like this. You're going to like this, boys and girls. I think this is a good bet. It's never going to happen in a million years. You still there? All right, there we go. England to win 3-0. Disrespectful. Harry Maguire to score anytime. Insulting. Definitely. Saka to score anytime. Triggered. Harry Kane to score, even more offensive. Edouard Mendy to be sent off, disgraceful, and in need of being cancelled, quite frankly. So if all those things happen, England win 3-0. Maguire scores, Saka scores, Kane scores, and Mendy gets sent off. 2 people win 750 quid. It's as simple as that. There you go. That's not bad, is it? Do you know what? I do like them. I gotta say, I do like a cheeky bet. You should see my Premier League bets. I never put them on. Like me and Gio just did a build up. I never like publish them anywhere. But when I'm having my bowl of, it's not crunchy nut cornflakes anymore. I've got to be honest with you. It ain't crunchy nut cornflakes anymore. I'm sad to say. It was Ricicles. They stopped Ricicles. Disgusting. And then it was crunchy nut cornflakes. And then I started to get fat and my teeth were falling out and all the rest of it. So it's now granola. So when I'm sat down cursing a bowl of granola on a Saturday morning, I do like an accumulator, and I try and guess all the Premier League scorelines over the weekend. Those are juicy bets. Honestly, I put and it's something like 30 pence stake. If ever wins, I win like £1 million or something. About that. Excuse me. Can you at least, if you find it laughable, can you at least put a laughing emoji next to it, please? Because it's not meant to be serious. So I'd like the hilarious. Yes, it is indeed laughable. So anyway, if that laughable bet comes in, 2 people apart from him are going to win £750. What is it's the phrase that pays. The phrase that pays. We're going to be festive, aren't we? We're going to be festive. Here's the phrase that pays. A sacker full of presents. A sacker full of presents. It's a play on words. It's like Father Christmas's sack, if you know what I mean. There you go. You know what I mean, don't you? You do know what I mean. Anyway, there you go. So what you have to do, if that bet comes in, all the bet, Maguire to score, Kane to score, and the men, the goalkeeper, Mendy to get sent off, and Saka and Maguire and win 3-0, and Kane, and all that stuff happens. If you have put this wonderful, wonderful phrase, type that in. If that comes in, I'm going to pick out two of you to win 750 quid. Was going to be 500 quid, but it got a boost. It said a boost. Give us a little boost. I think it was that anyway. Something like that anyway. Cheers, everyone. Anyway, that's the fun and games. And that literally is the fun over and done with. How are we feeling? Is anyone nervous? And I think to be nervous, you've got to be asked, right? If you're not asked, you're not nervous. I'm a bit nervous, which means I'm asked. So what I want to know is, are you asked or are you not asked? I'd like to know that. But seriously, what do you, apart from wanting to know whether you're asked or not, what do you think about the game today? There you go. So Andreas is nervous. I think it is. I don't think he. Thank you very much, Gatesy. I really don't think that he's a manager that instills you with a load of confidence. It's true. It's true. Well, she can't enter. There you go. They're dropping like flies. I mean, come on. I mean, people saying we're banning so many people. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's a 2-0 stroll. You're reasonably asked. Taz ain't asked. Oh, how do I say that? I can't say that. You can't pronounce that. No vowels. I can't pronounce that. Anyway, reasonably. So Craig is reasonably asked. He's shit scared of France. However, we should be so lucky. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll have to. Someone said this is the old disrespectful thing. So I was listening to the radio, and it was I can't think who it was, right? But it was someone. It was someone. It was like an ex-footballer. It might have been Ogbonlo, or it might have been. It was somebody on the radio, and he said. I've heard some England fans talking about the France game already. Quite frankly, I think that's disrespectful. What? What? What have you forgotten what you do? You're a radio station where people talk about sport. And what you want to do is you want to cut out all conversation about the next round. No dreaming. Don't dream about playing France. That's disrespectful. Oh my God. Do you not understand the premise of conversation? You call talk sport. Talk sport. Anyway. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's just, oh no, you can't talk about what would. No, you're not. What has happened? What has happened? Where football fans are not allowed to talk about what might happen if England play France because it's disrespectful. Oh my God! Honestly, I was going to say I didn't almost crash, but I was sort of shouting at the radio in the motor. Anyway, there we go. Oh, can you imagine a nail biter? That'd be interesting, though, to be fair, Rob. A nail biter would be really, really interesting on this one. It has to be said. I don't want it to be a nail biter. I want to get some belief. I want to get some momentum. I guess we got momentum, haven't we? But just a little bit of belief. And I would say Southgate's got to be really really sure about his inclusion with Henderson. I don't mean that in hindsight. I mean, I reckon he's got a real sort of purpose of mind here, and his decision, he's got to be 100% backing himself on this. So he obviously really thinks that this is the way forward. Absolutely, it is disrespectful, isn't it? It is absolutely disrespectful. We're going to get to a point where nobody says anything at all. You're not even allowed to say that your team will win. You're not allowed to do everyone's totally benign on everything. That'd be lovely. Wouldn't that be lovely? This is true. This is very true. So yes. Anyway, my point is, I think Southgate's. We're quite critical of his inclusion of Henderson. I think Southgate really thinks it's going to work. He clearly thinks this is the best thing to do against Senegal. I think what you can probably say is, for Southgate, for now until the rest of the tournament, you can forget any notion of him playing an additional attacking midfielder or a number 10. That ain't going to happen. It's just not. If he's not going to do it against Senegal, and I'm going to say something else, which can be deemed as I'm going to dare to suggest that Senegal are not as good as France. Imagine that. Disrespectful. There we go. How far are we going to go? You won't be able to suggest that Grimsby are as good as Man City. Disrespectful. Can't say. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. Can't upset the people of Grimsby. I don't know why I picked Grimsby, by the way. I'm sure they're very. In fact, I was going to say I'm sure they got a very good football team. I'm sure they haven't. I bet their football team's crap because they're down. I don't even know where they are. Right? Let's be fair. I should be allowed to say Grimsby are crap and Man City are good. There you go. Said it. He does. Oh, he does. He does. There's loads of them as well. Oh, you know what? The granola triplets. They're really good. Sorry, someone said that. That's just tickled me then. Anyway, it's 5 minutes away. Is it on ITV? Are we right? Are we on ITV? I think we're right. I think we are. If it's not on ITV, switch over to BBC. It'll be there. Actually, that's was it? Was it really? So they didn't even film it in Grimsby. Okay, fair enough. Anyway. Hope you enjoyed the game. I will be back here afterwards. I'll either be happy or grumpy. Absolutely. I do apologise. It's not really his team, I'm quite sure. It's just being funny. Good. Glad to hear it. So yeah, join me back here afterwards. Not sort of like an hour and 5 minutes before the end, just so as you're sure. I'll be here as soon as the final whistle ends. I will literally come out. I'll press the button. It'll be about a minute or two afterwards. All right, because I'm conscious that I've wasted a load of your time, and I am genuinely sorry for any mix up. I really, and I'm laughing, but which would probably indicate I'm not sorry, but I am genuinely sorry about that, about wasting your time. I'm not sorry about what I said about the Grimsby and Man City thing. Not sorry about that. I'm not really sorry about the bet, if the truth be known. I'm not sorry for thinking that France are probably a better team than Senegal. However, having said all of that, I'm not convinced I'm going to leave you with this. I'm not convinced England are going to win. I'm really not. So hopefully they do. Hopefully Southgate proves me wrong. And hopefully we're just here after the final whistle, having a good old laugh. I'm nasty. And I do apologise. I did disrespect you by being like. I do genuinely. I will say this. I do genuinely think you're all most of you, and you get the odd troll. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I like everybody and the trolls. Okay, all right. I'm not going to suggest that. But all the non-trolls and the regulars, I love you to bits. I really do, and I think you've got a wonderful sense of humour. Anyway, listen, enjoy the game. 4 minutes. I'm going to go, otherwise I won't be able to. Need to visit the facilities first, if you know what I mean. Right. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to, in the chat, do it now. Saka full of presents gets you qualified for the bet, which naturally is not going to win as usual. But you never know your luck. Do it now.